So next one here that caused trouble is 2013 question 2a. How could a student have carried out a simple chemical test to confirm that a colourless sample was ethanoic acid? Biggest one there is ethanoic acid is a weak acid, so an indicator would be phenolphthalein, and phenolphthalein will turn colourless in an acid, so it will turn colourless in phenolphthalein. You could also state there an acid reacts with a metal, and when it does so it produces hydrogen, okay, and the metal will dissolve or disappear. Again, another one of an acid is that it dissolves in a carbonate to produce carbon dioxide, okay, so any one of those there would get you your marks. Part B, a sample of ethene gas was supplied in a stopper tube. Describe fully how the gas should have been shown to be unsaturated. So this is simply your test for unsaturation. We have two, so red, yellow colour of bromine water turns colourless, or pink colour of acidified potassium permanganate also turns colourless. So either one of those will get you your marks there. Describe with the aid of a label diagram how a student could have used chromatography to separate a mixture of indicators. So here you're asked twofold. Okay, firstly you're asked to describe, and then you're asked to give a labelled diagram. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at here, and this is as it appears in your notes. So this is my gas jar. Okay, it can be anything. It doesn't really have to be that. In this then, I'm going to place my chromatography paper. I have my eluent, or simply my solvent, I suppose more correctly, and then my mixture. Okay, so what do? We apply our mixture using a dropper. My pen is kind of going here now. Then what you're going to do is you have to place above the solvent. Okay, if you don't put it above the solvent, it will just dissolve in here and we'll get no separation. In a beaker or gas jar or any other suitable container, and the solvent moves up. And you're not asked there, you're only asked to describe, but you could also explain the process in which chromatography actually works, which is that different components are more soluble and they are separated out at different intervals depending on their solubilities. You're not asked for that there. Part D then is one of the tasks in the practical examination was to measure the melting points of 2 benzoic acid samples and to use the results to determine which was the purer. The melting points was A 117 to 120 and B 120 to 121. Purer sample B. Okay, why? Because it's got a higher melting point. And remember, the higher the melting point, the more pure a substance is, okay? And also, you could say there, A has a wider range, which makes it less pure as well. The students were required to recrystallize the impure benzoic acid. What solvent should they have used? So the solvent is water, okay? And explain why this solvent is suitable, okay? The reason why is because my benzoic acid is soluble in hot water, which is my first filtration, remember, but it is only slightly soluble in cold water, and that's my cold filtration. Okay, and that's when I end up with my crystals being formed. And then part E, the diagram shows a steam distillation apparatus incorrectly assembled. Identify one flaw, and the biggest flaw here is that the safety tube must be under the level of water. Okay, it's not. So how should it be rectified? Place or put under water level. Okay.